Hey y'all. Anyways, so I have been doing a lot of viewing and research on natural hair. And guess what I've come to find out? Hmm? Hmm? Hello. I found out what the best hair type is. Do y'all want to guess? Don't worry, I'll tell you. It is all hair types. Ha, 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 ha. Because as long as your hair is healthy, it is a good hair type. Doesn't matter if you're for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, there's not that many, but I'm just saying, okay? Healthy hair is the hair type that you want. Don't focus so much on A, B, C, D, W, X, Y, Z, okay? That's what I've come to realize. I love my hair. I think, from my understanding, I'm 4C, so I love my 4C hair. But I love my hair because it's natural and it's healthy and it looks good, okay? So, as y'all can see, I am parting my hair because I'm about to put some braids in my hair. Now, keep in mind, I am not the best braider when it comes to braiding my own hair. And this was at like a 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I was already tired. And that's one thing you don't want to do. Do not try to do a new style on your hair when you're tired. Because at least for me, because I'm in the point now where I'm like, if I'm over it, I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. And then I start half doing it. And so, yeah, I definitely half did this style. But to be fair, I was only doing this style to stretch my hair because my fro shrinks a lot because I have a lot of shrinkage. So I was only doing this style to really stretch my hair, but I was hoping I could wear it out. But once I saw what I did, I don't think y'all heard me. I said once I saw what I did, I knew. I knew I was gonna have on a hat all week long. And y'all, I had on a hat all week long. But what I will say is the final result did work out the way I wanted it to. It did stretch my hair, and that'll be on a different video. But this video is just me braiding up my hair, and then y'all will see the end result. And yeah, y'all will see how that looks at the end. But story time. So, y'all, it wasn't that long ago that I had a relaxer, and I never really liked to go to the beautician after a certain age. I started letting my aunt do my hair, put my relaxers in, and then I started letting my mom do my hair. But before that, I was going to beauticians like on the regular because, my mom took me. So that's why I was going. But once I got, a lot older, I was just like, I don't really like how they're doing me. I don't like how they're handling me. And so I didn't want to go to beauticians anymore. But every now and then I would go. This is when I was making my own coins, okay? So I could go when I wanted to. So, anyways, I had this friend who told me about a guy who's really good at doing straightening hair, blowing out hair, like he did her hair, even though she was kind of bald headed. Um, that should have been the first red flag. I'm just playing. She just liked having her hair short. So, I mean, it was what it was. But anyways, I decided to go to him to get my hair done because she said she was a really, he was a really good, are they called beauticians when they're male? I don't know. Y'all comment down below. Are males called beauticians too? Or are they called something else? I don't know why it took me so long to get that out. But anyway, so I went to him to get my hair straightened. Now, keep in mind, I stopped going to beauticians when my hair was at a state where I knew they were going to have a problem with it because I put a relaxer in my hair every 12 weeks. So every 3 months is when I would get a relaxer. Now, the box says every 8 to 12 weeks, but at the 12-week mark, my hair was kind of hard to tame because I would have a lot of new growth. And so a lot of beauticians would struggle with that. So once I realized that, I was like, I'm not going to them anymore because they're yanking my hair out because they're having a hard time combing it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not, dude. This was during the whole phase where I was still going to the beauticians a lot. I have a bunch of horror stories, but we're going to leave it at that. So anyways, I decided to go ahead and go to him, but I made sure that my hair had just been relaxed like a week or two prior. So that way I knew he wouldn't have any issues with it. And that's sad that I had to do that, but that was the reality. That is what I learned from going to multiple different beauticians and having multiple problems with these beauticians. So I go in, and of course, I'm waiting because he's late. That was the second red flag. He was late. He was like 15, 20 minutes late. So I literally see him pull in because when I call him to tell him that I'm here, he says he's on his way. On your way? You're supposed to already be here. What do you mean on your way? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it slide because this is my friend's friend. So it's all good. So he gets there, and I kid you not, he does an amazing job with my hair the first time. Like, I let him cut my hair and everything, and I really, really liked the style. He gave me exactly what I was thinking in my head, even though I didn't know what I wanted in my head. I just knew I wanted it straight and I wanted a lot of body. And that's what I got. So I was really happy with the first time he did my hair. I think I have a picture of my hair. This is when I was younger too, but I'll put a picture if I do have one in the top corner. But anyways, so I go to him again about a year or so later because, like I said before, I didn't like to go to beauticians like that. So I tried to keep it at a minimum. So maybe about a year or so later, it was around Christmas time. I wanted my hair straightened again, and I wanted it to look just like how he did it last time. So, I text him. He still has the same number. He said, yeah, this was a 2 week prior appointment. So I called him. He was like, yes, he'll put me in the books and I will get my hair done. Because it was around Christmas time. And I know that if you don't get in early, you won't get in because everybody's trying to get their hair done around Christmas because everybody wants to look good. Okay, we want to look good for Christmas. So, he has it all set and everything. So tell me why the day rolls around. I think it's either 2 days before Christmas or 3 days. It's like 2 or 3 days before Christmas. So I go in because he's at a new salon now. So I go in and I ask them, I'm like, hey, I have an appointment with, so and so and so. And they're like, oh, okay, just have a seat and he'll get to you. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm sitting and then I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. I text him and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. 30 minutes roll around. I'm like, where is this dude at? And here comes another beautician around that point. She was like, who are you waiting for? And I told her I'm waiting for so and so and so. She was like, oh, okay. And then she walks off. And I'm like, why she said it like that? So 45 minutes roll around, an hour rolls around. This man still is not here. And you know what? That should have been another red flag that I need to leave. But I didn't want to leave because I really needed to get my hair done. Because it was only a few days before Christmas. So the only reason I didn't leave was because I really need to get my hair done. But I set that appointment early because I knew I had other stuff to do because it was around Christmas time. So I was still needing to get Christmas gifts. Yes, I'm a last minute shopper. No, I don't care. So anyways, I'm like, he is cutting into my shopping time. Like, I need him to wrap this up. Where is he at? So I text him again. I'm like, hey, are you coming? And I literally see him walk in the building. I'm like, how do I beat you here? I am your client. You should be beating me here every single time. You should have already been set up and ready to go. And so not only was I waiting on him, but he also is a barber. So he cuts hair, male's hair too. So I hear other people asking for him that are like males. And of course, they're like, oh, you're going to have a seat and wait. And so I have an appointment. Some of these people don't. Some of these people are just walk-ins. So when he finally comes in, he doesn't say anything about being late. He's like, come on to the back. Oh, no, no, no. My apologies. No. You know what? My bad. I got some things happen. None of that. It was just come on to the back. So, oh, okay. Well, he's here. So, I'm gonna let it slide because at least he showed up because I don't know. These ladies in here acting a little funny. So I didn't want them in my head. So, anyways, we get to the back and he asks me, he's like, so how do you want your hair done? And I'm like, I want it straight, but I want a lot of body and like a lot of movement. And I'm like, I have a picture of when you did my hair last time. He was like, no, 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 I got it. I got it. Come on to the back and let me wash your head. I'm like, oh, okay. So I just like flag number two because you're rushing me now because you're late and you got all these people waiting for you. So now you're rushing me. You're being rude. And I didn't like it. I was like, but you know what? It wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, because I'm already irritated. So he takes me to the back and, he washes my hair and everything. And then he puts me back in a chair. And he starts blow drying it out and blah, 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 blah. And then he starts straightening it. So during that time, I'm trying to ask him, like, I want to know how to continue to get my hair to grow and be long and thrive. And I was asking him, hey, do you know any tips for how to keep my hair healthy and things I can do? Because I would experience a lot of split ends. And so I'd constantly have to keep cutting my hair. And I was trying to get some information out of him because I'm just going to call him a beautician. And so I'm like, okay, so he knows how to care for hair. Tell me why he gets an attitude with me. And he was like, look, your hair is healthy. And so this is when he was blow drying my hair. He takes my hair with both of his hands and yanks it to show me that my hair was healthy. Like literally like how you take a rope and you pull the rope. That's how he did my hair. And it shocked me. And I was like, why did he just do that? You just straightened my hair and you just yanked it like full force with your fist. And I was so shocked that my hair didn't rip. So I was like, okay. I just said, okay. And I didn't ask any more questions. I didn't ask any more questions about how to care for my hair because it was clear he does not know how to care for anybody's hair. Okay. So he doesn't care for anybody's hair and he doesn't care for anybody's time. So I was like, you know what? At that moment, I had already knew. Actually, I knew prior. I knew when he was past the 30-minute mark late that I would never in my life come back to him. And he was the only other person I let in my head besides, my family. So I was just like, you know what? Let me let him finish so that I can just get out of here. Because I still have stuff to do on top of that. So he proceeds to curl my hair after he straightens it and everything. And I'm like, he's putting a lot of curls in my hair and I don't want it to be curly. I just want a little body. So when he finishes and he's like, do you like it? And I'm like, it's really curly and I didn't want it this curly. I wanted it just to be full and I wanted it to be like with a lot of body. He was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, had you had listened to me versus rushing me out the chair because you were late, you would have known that. Because I literally have a picture in my phone if you would have just took the time to look at it versus rushing me for no reason. Other than what you did to yourself. So then he puts my hair in a wrap and sits me under the dryer for like 15 minutes. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I could have did this part at home if I known this was all he was gonna do. But anyways, so he does all of that and I finally get back. He combs out my hair. It's still not how I like it, but I was like, you know what? I don't want him to do anything else to my head. I gotta go. So he proceeds to tell me the price. Now we discussed the price when I text him. And he was like, well, your hair is long, so that's why I'm charging more money. And I'm like, you were an hour late. This is when my patience was gone. So I get really loud at him. I'm like, you were an hour and something late, and now you're trying to charge me more money? He was like, all right. You can just pay what I told you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna pay. Okay. I wasn't paying a cent extra after you were late, after you didn't apologize. Because now that my head's done, now I can say what I really want to say. So nevertheless, I paid him that. And why I decided to tip him, I don't know. I shouldn't have tipped him, but I think I did give him like a $10 tip. But I was like, after you tried to overcharge me, you didn't say it was going to be an upcharge from the beginning. I guess because you were late, so you weren't thinking straight. But that sounds like a personal problem to me. To me. Sounds like a personal problem to me. It doesn't sound like a me problem. It sounds like a you problem that you created on yourself. But yeah, nevertheless, I walked out and I actually have a picture of my hair. It's in one of my thumbnails ironically, but of how my hair looked when he completed it. And it was not what I wanted, but I still liked it, but it wasn't what I wanted. But it's all good at the end of the day because my hair, even though he had yanked it like how he did, it did not, I didn't end up getting any damage from it. So he was right in saying that my hair was healthy. But that was just one of my many hair horror stories. So if y'all want to hear more horror stories, definitely comment down below. But y'all, at the end, I don't even think I showed y'all the end of me finishing my braids. I don't know if I even finished them in this video. I think I had gotten tired and I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I think I'm done. I'm done, 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 done. But this is how they're looking so far. So as you can see, they look a mess. I don't know if I fully finished though. But thank y'all so much for watching. Comment down below, like and subscribe. Bye.